Welcome to True Projects. In this video, we are going to explain about a project titled Comparison Study of Regression Models for Prediction of Post-Graduation Admission using Machine Learning Technique. We have to explore and analyze the effectiveness of various machine learning algorithms. In today's data-centric world, academic institutions strive to leverage the machine learning to streamline their admission process. Our study delves into this critical area by analyzing the 7 prominent regression models. Through the extensive experimentation and evaluation, we aim to identify the model that excels in accurately predicting the post-graduation admission, empowering the institution to make the informed and efficient decision. As the demand for data-driven practice, our research stands at forefront of contributing the valuable insight, optimizing the admission journey, and ensuring a fair and transparent approach to the selecting the further academic achievers. And the objective of this research project is to conduct a thorough and systematic comparison study of various regression models for the prediction of post-graduation admission using the machine learning technique. We aim to explore the performance of 7 prominent regression models like of linear regression, ridge regression, KNN, elastic net, SVM, lasso regression, and random forest. By applying the rigorous evaluation metrics and the extensive experimentation on the relevant dataset, we seek to determine the strength and the weakness of each model. These are the basic requirements that are needed to build this project. The software requirements are Python IDEL with version of 3.7, Anaconda with version of 3.7 or Jupyter Notebook. Hardware requirements are operating system as Windows, processor of minimum Intel i3 and above, RAM of minimum 4 GB, hard disk of minimum 250 GB. And to know about the flow of the project, these are the steps we need to discuss. The first one is importing the libraries. In this step, we import the necessary Python libraries required for our project. These libraries include the popular machine learning libraries such as NumPy, Pandas, sklearn, Matplotlib, and NumPy is used for numerical operation, Pandas for data manipulation, sklearn for implementing the machine learning algorithms, and Matplotlib for the data visualization. And the second one is importing the dataset. In this step, we import the dataset required for our project. Typically, we include 2 datasets, one containing the features of the post-graduation and the other containing the corresponding admission outcome. These datasets are usually in of the CSV format. And the third one is merging the 2 datasets. Since the 2 datasets have completely information, we merge them into a single dataset. And the next step is dropping the serial number column. In this step, we remove the serial number column from the merged data set. The serial number is unique identifier for each applicant and it does not contribute to the prediction of admission. Thus, dropping this column simplifies the data set and reduces the unnecessary noise during the training process. And the next step is the experiment is conducted by dividing the data into namely 2, 5, 10, and 20 folds. This is the model performance and the generalization capability. We split the dataset into the different folds. The K-fold cross-validation technique is commonly used and divided into the sized equal parts. And the next one is we considered the dividing the training set into of different training set sizes of 5, 10, 20, 30, 40, 50%. And the next step is algorithms used. The first algorithm is linear regression, a simply and widely used regression model that establishes a linear relationship between the input features and the target variable. It fits a line to the data to make the prediction. And the second one is ridge, a regularization technique for the linear regression that adds a penalty term to the model's cost function, preventing the overfitting and improving the generalization by shrinking the coefficient value. And the third one is KNN, a non-parametric algorithm that predicts the target variable by identifying the k-nearest data point from the training set and averaging their outcome. And the fourth one is elastic net, a hybrid regression model that combines the L1 and L2 regularization, striking a balance between the feature selection and coefficient shrinkage to the handle multicollinearity. And the next one is KNN, a non-parametric algorithm that predicts the target variable by identifying the k nearest data point from the training set and averaging their outcome. And the fourth point is elastic net, a hybrid regression model that combines the L1 and L2 regularization, striking a balance between the feature selection and the coefficient stringage to handle the multicollinearity. And the next one is SVM. It stands for Support Vector Mission, a versatile classification and the regression model that finds the best hyperplane to separate the data into the different classes, also applicable for regression tasks using the support vectors. And the next one is Lasso, a regularization technique for the linear regression that introduces an L1 penalty, encouraging the sparse coefficient and automatic feature selection, making it useful for high-dimensional dataset. And the next one is Random Forest, an ensemble learning method that combines the multiple decision tree to produce the more accurate and robust prediction, suitable for both the regression and the classification task. And the next one is training the model. For each algorithm we process to train the model on the training dataset generated from the k-fold cross-validation or with the different training set size. The model learns the underlying pattern and the relationship between the features and the target variable during this phase. And the next one is user gives the input. In this step, we use the Flask as a Python web framework to take the input from the user. The user provides the relevant details like academic records, test scores, etc., which the model will use to make the prediction. And the next one is the given input is pre-processed for prediction. Before feeding the user input to the trained model, we process the data to ensure it aligns with the format the model was trained on. Pre-processing includes scaling, handling the missing value, and coding the categorical variables. And the next one is trained model is used for the prediction. With the pre-processed data, we input it into the trained model and the model makes the prediction on the admission outcome. Each regression model will provide it to the own prediction based on the input feature. And the next one is final outcome is displayed. Finally, the predicted admission outcome is displayed to the user, showcasing the probability or likelihood of the applicant's acceptance into the post-graduation program. This step concludes the project, providing the valuable insight into the regression model performs the best for the specific prediction task using the machine learning technique. And the execution of the project, we need to open the code folder. And this is the code folder containing of various files within it. The template folder containing of the index files, HTML document within it. And these are the two datasets that we used in this project. And app is an py file which likely contain the information related to the front-end logic. It includes the code written in Python that handles the server-side operations such as processing the user request, interacting with the database, and generating the dynamic content that to be rendered in the HTML template. And this is an IPYNB file which contains the combination of code, graph, and output all in one place. It allows the user to write and execute the code in an individual cell, making it a popular choice for the data science. And for the execution of the project, first we need to copy this code folder path and then open the Anaconda prompt. Here we need to write a command that is cd space and paste this code folder path. By this, it will change the current directory to the code folder's path, and then click on the enter button. Here we need to write another command that is python space app.py. By using this command, it will execute the Python script and perform the runtime check for any syntax errors or the logical issues. And then click on the enter button. By this, the app.py file using the Flask framework, it will host the application locally at the default address like this. We need to copy this local link and paste it on any of the web browser. I prefer to use the Google Chrome. And pasting this link and then click on the enter button. Here we can see that this is the page where we can enter our details. The GRE score. The GRE score is of between the 0 to 340. That's why I'm entering the score as of 310. And the TOEFL score is of 95. And the university ranking is of out of 5. That's why I'm entering of 3. And SOP, that is statement of purpose, is of 4. And LOR means of letter of recommendation and 4. I'm entering CGPA for the undergraduate and that is of 9. And the research experience is of 1 or 0 means if you have experience in research, then you enter the 1. If not, then you enter the 0. I'm entering of 1 and then click on the predict button. Here I predicted the admission chance is of 70%. And this way we can find the chance of admission by using the various regression models. And in conclusion, our comparison study of regression model for predicting the post-graduation admission using the machine learning technique has yielded the valuable insight. After rigorous evaluation, we have identified the most effective model for this application, which is of random forest. This model showcases the superior accuracy and efficiency in predicting the admissions, making it highly recommended for the academic institutions seeking to optimize their admission process. Additionally, we observed the specific strengths and weaknesses in each model, providing the decision makers with a nuanced understanding of the performance. Overall, our research contributes to the data-driven improvements in the admission domain.
Thank you for watching video. For more projects, please visit our website www.trueprojects.in. For updates on latest project videos, please visit True Projects YouTube channel and subscribe.